Hello all, this is Vaishak PS, working as an assistant professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Srivita College of Engineering, Part 2. Now I will show the basic principles of an arc welding process. So what is an arc welding process? So how this can be done, and what are the basic principles of a simple arc welding process. So let me start. So there are basically two type of arc welding process are there. One is known as there are basically two type of welding process. That is, one is this one, that is fusion welding process. So in fusion welding process, this is the fusion welding process. Another one is the solid welding process. So arc welding process comes under this fusion welding process. So what is a fusion welding process? So fusion welding process means the material melts and fuse together. That means the base metals, both base metals A and B will melt and join together in a fusion welding process. So solid welding process, that will be now fusion between the base welding process. So it's the arc welding process is a type of fusion welding process in which the welding is occasioned by the use of a power supply. So power supply is used to create an electric arc, that is electric arc between the electrode and the metal to the metals. So power supply is used to creating the electric arc between the electrode and the workpiece. So power supply can be either direct current or can be either alternating current. And the electrode, we already said that electrode is using. Electrode may be consumable or it may be non-consumable electrode. So most of the arc welding process are filler metals to increase the volume and the strength of the weld. That means filler metals are used for the increasing the volume and the strength of the metals. That means in some cases there will be the base metals will be too small. That means the welding area will be less. So that may affect the welding, or it can be easily breakable. So in order to add the strength, the welding filler metals are used. So filler metals may be can be used, and along with filler metals there may be inert gases, some other protective gases or shielding gases also used. So the application of shielding gas is that whenever there is a welding process carried out, the shielding gas will protect it from the outside atmosphere. So direct contact with the atmosphere is less. So there will be a safe area for working. So that's the function of this shielding gas. So filler metals along with shielding gas is used in the case of an arc welding process. And the current used is either direct current can be used or it can be alternate current. So this process of arc welding process is widely used because it is low capital cost and running cost, and also getting this arc started is called known as striking the arc. So what is meant by striking the arc? So arc can be generated by either striking or it can be tapping. So it can be tapping or striking or scratching the electrode against the metal. So whenever if you need an electric arc between the electrode and workpieces, first you have to do is just struck the electrode or just scratch the electrode against the workpiece at a high speed. So that will generate an electric arc, and you have to maintain the gap for proper arc generation. If you have to maintain the gap, then it will be good electric arc between the base metal and the workpieces. So what is an electric arc? So electric arc is a discharge of electric current across a gap in a circuit. So already said that for an electric arc welding there should be a gap between the base metal and the electrode. You have to maintain that gap. So the electric arc generation means the discharge of electric current through the gap. That means we are already applying AC or DC current supply. So a current supply will be there. The current supply, whenever the arc stuck between the electrode and workpiece, it will ionize the gas or column, ionize the gap between the air, or ionize the air between the workpiece and the electrode. That is known as an ionized column. So it is sustained by an ionized column of gas through which the current will flow. So already there will be a current. So current need to flow between the electrode and the workpiece. So in order to flow the current will ionize the gap. We already maintained a proper gap. So current will ionize the gap between the electrode and the workpiece. Like that, ionization is known as the electric arc. So you initiate an arc between the electrode, is brought in contact with the workpiece, and then quickly separated by the short distance. So you can see that there will be arc generation by maintaining proper gap between the electrode and the workpiece. So a pool of mortar metal is formed near the electrode tip, and the electrode is moved along the joint. Mortar metal weld pool solidifies. That means that we are applying power supply to the electrode. So proper maintaining this gap means there will be an electric arc generation. So electric arc generation, what means the electric arc will produce a high amount of heat in the required area. This heat is used for what is called the melting of the molten metal. So molten metal weld pool generated in this area, and the base metal, two base metals will form a fusion between the molten pool, and they are joined together by the fusion. That is why it is called as arc welding process, a fusion welding process. So electric energy is converted into high heat energy, and that heat is used for melting the base metal. So whenever the base metal, two base metals are melted, it will join, fuse together, and after some time it will, the weld pool is solidifies and a proper weld is formed. We can see that there will be an inert gas. You can see there will be an inert gas to protect this area from the environment. And electrode may be consumable, or it may be non-consumable electrode condition. So there are basically two type of electrodes. One is consumable electrode, and the other one is non-consumable electrodes. And usually consumed during the welding process. Also filler metal is an arc welding forms in a consumer electrode. So consumer electrode may be welding rods, or it can be welding wire. So welding rods means between 9 to 18 inch length, and welding wire means continuously fed through a spool of welding. So both rods and wire forms are used in continuous welding process. So in non-consumable electrode, that means it is not consumed during the welding process. So that is not melted to the base metal along with the base metals. So it is not melting. So filler metal must be added separately. So there not need a filler metal. But in the case of consuming electrode, there is no need of filler metal. That means the electrode will melt to and join fuse to the welding case. So in the case of non-consuming electrode, that will be additional need of filler metals. So that means it is made up of tungsten, which is resistance to melting. So non-consuming electrode does not melt, but is gradually depleted during the welding process. That is known as vaporization is the principle of mechanism. So any filler metal must be separated and separate wire fed through weld process. So these are the advantages used in many electrode shape and sizes, used in all positions, great variety of material, flexibility is the low cost of equipments. So that are the advantages. When coming back to the disadvantages, the rod becomes shorter and periodically we have to change this electric rod. The rod will be melts. In the case of consumer, we have to change this periodically, and this production rate will be compared to other melting. So production rate is compared to other melting process. So this is the basic idea of the arc welding process. Give you the base, only giving you the basic principle of arc welding. There are different type of arc welding process will be there. This is the basic idea of arc welding. That's how the fusing is occurring, how the heat is generated, how the base metal is melting, what are the different type of electrodes used in the arc welding process. Okay, thank you very much.